RNY here, coming to you with my week 55 post-op update. It is March 27th, 2019, and I had surgery on March 7th, 2018 at Guelph General Hospital in Guelph, Ontario, Canada with Dr. Jules Foutin-Long. I am 40 years old, 5'7". My highest weight was 343.6 pounds. My surgery weight was 316.4 pounds, and my current weight is 214.4 pounds. So from my highest weight, that's a loss of 129.2 pounds. From my surgery weight, that's a loss of 102 pounds. And from my week 54 weight, that is the exact same. So, I've had a really rough week. I have been depressed. Monday I was actually bawling my eyes out because I stepped on the scale, and it was after I'd just eaten, but I hadn't eaten a lot, and I had some water, and I was 219, so obviously that added some weight. I tried to make sure that I'm completely empty when I get my weights in my morning. So yeah, as you can see, my face is broken out more, which I will get to. I have a whole bunch of stuff written down, so I'm going to insert some video on the end and a few pictures of myself and my husband. So I've been talking about working out once the weather clears, and it's started warming up everywhere. It's starting to flood all across Canada, all across the US. It's definitely warming up all across Canada. So we have been trying to get out more. It's been, I don't know if you guys ever get this feeling, but I do. I don't know if any of you ever feel claustrophobic, or maybe you feel this way when your anxiety takes over, but it feels like something is inside of me trying to claw its way out, and that is how I've been feeling, and it's getting worse every day that I'm not doing anything with wanting to work out, jog, rollerblade, do whatever home exercises that I've found that, you know, will be simpler for me to do, and whatever. So needless to say, in the past few weeks I have started doing things. I just started with we have a 10-pound kettlebell. So I've got a series of 4 exercises that I do with the kettlebell in my truck with each arm. And then just I've got another exercise I do for the muscles in my chest wall, where I just like squeeze them like you would with like a TENS machine or something like that, because I mean that does work the muscle. There's no weight behind it, but it does work the muscle. So I've been doing that for about 3 weeks now. I've been doing planks every few days. It's a little bit harder to do because I can do them I've got the space to do them in the truck, but where the extra space would come from so that I could do them in the truck, my husband has things in that space, so I just don't move them. So it's pretty much like when we go for a shower, every couple of days or whatever, I'll plank, and it's not for very long yet. I used to have a plank challenge app on my phone, and I've thought about getting another one back. Now that it's warming up, I can get out and do it on the ground like I was doing before. So I think I'm going to do that. And then yesterday we rollerbladed for the first time, and I actually stood. My husband asked me if I wanted to sit down in the truck and then he'd help me out of the truck, and I was actually really worried that the rollerblades would roll on the stairs and that I would fall on my butt and hurt myself extremely badly, because I am clumsy like that, and things like that tend to happen to me. So I was like, no, I'm going to put them on outside the truck, and he suggested there was a little like half cement wall, and he suggested I go and sit on it. But when I looked at it, there was a lot of snow at the base still, so I didn't want to get my rollerblades in the snow, so I just stood at the side of the truck and put them on, and somehow kept my balance and didn't fall on my face. And then I just went to town and started going, and it was kind of awkward at first. I didn't fall down, but pretty much my husband was like, I might as well just stay out of mine for right now and help you. And then while I was in the process of getting mine on, I just was like, you know what, this is going to take too much time. We don't have all the extra time on this particular load, so just go get yours on. We'll make do. And it took him about 10 or 15 minutes to get his on and come out of the truck, and I was skating around before he even got out. He was pretty much like, I went to get out of the truck and I didn't see you at the side of the truck, and I didn't know where you were, and I looked and you were on the other side of the parking lot, and I was like, yep. So which actually kind of surprised me, because the last time I was in skates, they were ice skates, but ice skates and rollerblades are somewhat the same idea. Just one's on ice and one's on wheels. So the last time I was on any kind of skates, it was ice skates, and it was extremely hard. I think I wore them for maybe 5 minutes, and I hurt so bad that I was like, nope, can't do this. My knees were bent too much, but I was also upwards of about 300 pounds, maybe 320. I don't know. So I might have been 280. I don't know, but I was a lot heavier, and the difference between that day and yesterday, I was really actually worried that it would be the same, and it wasn't. And even at that, the very first time I wore rollerblades was actually about 7 or 8 years ago. My husband and I had, when we first got together, he had bought a pair of roller skates, and I had bought a pair of rollerblades with the intention of doing the same. And I was about 240-ish, and yesterday was way better. That was the only time I was on them. I was on them for literally 2 minutes, fell on my face, got out of them. They hurt. Didn't even care. Nope. Bought them secondhand for like, I think $5, so it wasn't a big deal. These ones I bought brand new, so these ones are going to get used, because at about $100 a piece, I'm gonna get my money's worth. And yeah, I mean, it's not expensive, but still. So we did that yesterday, and so I have a video that my husband took of me doing that, and several pictures, some of him and some of me, so I'm going to attach those at the end of this video. I also, this past week when we went grocery shopping, got some workout clothing, like the tighter capris that have the English please, have the moisture wicking, and well, I haven't tried them on yet, but I'm pretty sure they'll compress pretty good too, so that I'm not applauding myself as I'm trying to jog up the side of the road, because I have pretty well been applauding myself since May last year, when I was about, I think, 280-ish, and yeah, I'm sure it would be worse at this point. I don't know. I don't run very much, because I'm not wearing compression garments, and I don't want to, that just freaks me the hell out. So I did get some workout clothing, and I got a couple of pairs of capris. I got a shirt that's pretty cool. It's got a hood on it, and then it's got some mesh down at the bottom of the back to help keep you cooler, I guess. And then I also got a sports bra to hold, you know, floppy girls in, because you know, as you lose weight, they tend to get to the point where they can give you a black eye, and we don't want that to happen. So yeah, just to start, I'll probably pick up more in the future, see how the jogging thing goes. I am going to start doing it. So also the last few weeks, pretty much since my birthday, because I knew I was going to be starting all of this soon. And sorry, I keep jiggling the camera. You guys know how that works. I'm in the transport. We're driving. Sorry. But anyway, since my birthday, I've been eating more carbs, more like fruits and vegetables. I have eaten a few bready type things, but it's few and far between, because I find it tends to fill me up quicker, and I don't get the protein, the proper protein in during a meal. And so I think a few weeks ago too, when I came off the liquid diet, I said I was going to make sure to measure, because I've never really measured, but I have been doing that. Restriction is still there. It hasn't disappeared. Some days it feels like it might have, but then it just pops up, and yeah, so, but I have been paying great attention to making sure that my portions are measured. The biggest thing I will have is a salad, 2 cups worth of a salad, but it's salad, so, you know, I make sure that I get my protein in it, and whatever, and it's all lower carb veggies, leafy greens, mushrooms, and stuff like that. I do have a few higher carb veggies, like I'll eat a little bit of pineapple, fruits. I'll eat a little bit of pineapple, but for the most part, if I do eat fruits, it's blueberries and raspberries and blackberries, and strawberries. But I have incorporated more of those things into my diet, Brussels sprouts and peppers and onions and stuff like that. So, you know, there are some higher carb fruits and veggies in there. And so, like I said the other day, I was 219. So pretty much from last week, I have only gone up until the last couple of days. And it actually surprised me that I was back down to 214.4 today. Because I really did not think that I would be. Because when I was 219, it was Monday. So in 2 days, I've lost 5 pounds. I don't know how. I mean, I've definitely controlled portion sizing and definitely paid attention to what I've been eating and everything like that, but I don't know how. So I'm just trying to roll with it. But I from that trend, that is not a trend that I want to keep seeing, and it's one that has been more predominant with me since I was 6 months out from surgery. And I am trying to circumvent it, but I don't know how well it's going to work. So I'm going to give it I think a couple more weeks of eating the way that I am with the veggies and stuff, as I start working out more and more, I think, and if I'm not seeing any kind of improvement, then I think I will go back to a more pure protein approach. Because I really don't think carbs work for me. But then again, you need them if you're working your body out and working your muscles. So unless you're doing keto, and again, until I have a house, I'm not doing keto, because when I start doing keto, I'm going to need a full kitchen so I can meal prep for the week, because it'll be my husband going on it as well as myself. So that we can both reap the benefits individually that it will bring to either one of us. So, yeah. So, I don't think carbs are good for me. I did write that down in my book. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's warming up. I'm sure there might be another blast or two before winter really lets go, but there may not be. So in the meantime, I'm gonna start jogging. I've started rollerblading, and there's other things that I'm doing as well. So we'll see what happens and go from there. So anyways, that's me for this week. So yeah, y'all have a great week and take care. I will see you all next Wednesday. Hopefully a little bit lower.